If you're ever in a jam,
here I am.
If you're ever in a mess,
Just SOS.
if you ever lost your teeth and you're out to dine,
Borrow mine.
it's friendship, friendship, just a perfect blendship. When other friendships have been forgot, theirs will still be hot. La 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 la, dig dig dig.
Sure, it's something to sing about. They can sing about it maybe because they haven't any friends. But I'm singing the blues about it because I got a friend. My friend
Shawn.
You asked interrogative questions around my face. Gone.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on.
That is not paid for by them. That is paid for by the people of Detroit.
You might be qualified, ML.
I'm not qualified for this job.
Let me tell you something. You want to go right now? Okay? You want to go right now?
All right, what a mess. Maybe that's what we should call the show. What a mess as they're starting off on Tuesday. You don't hear Elrick's voice because we didn't really know where he is right now. But guess who is here? Shawn is here. Hi, Shawn.
Hi. By the way, do we have another intro? Two's not enough.
What do you mean?
I just thought we should just keep adding intros.
You didn't think it was long enough?
No, I didn't.
And playing the role of Elrick today, or at least right now, is Brandon McAfee.
Thank you for having me.
McAfee.
Welcome.
It's McAfee. I'm very privileged to be on this fine show. Thank you for having me.
Are you going to speed things up? I hope so.
No, not at all.
I got a lot of songs coming up, too, that you guys are going to enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you for stepping in, too, because Elrick, it's a long, well, we'll get into where he is, but I said, Brandon, just sit there. I'm not going to change his nameplate or anything. You're just going to be the role of Elrick today. So whatever you want to pontificate on and talk about for minutes upon minutes.
You used lots of big words. And by the way, you were actually worried. You were legitimately, were you scared?
I wasn't scared. I was slightly concerned. Brandon, was I slightly concerned?
You expressed some concern, some nervousness.
I went through a wave of emotions because there was some anger in there. There was some. I was perplexed as to why nobody's responding and where everybody was because I sent out a text. We were going to muster and start at around 11, and it's 10 after 11. I'm like, yeah, no one's here. No one's here. And I haven't heard from anybody. And then finally, you replied, just a thumbs up to, is everybody okay? And I get a thumbs up from Shawn. I'm like,
well, I was in the middle.
He's alive.
I was in heavy traffic on the interstate. Sorry.
I know. I figured as much. And then Elrick finally responded with, he got stuck on a work call and he's 35 minutes away. And I said, okay, well, we're starting without you.
Well, no, that's not what
But we
you
haven't
said.
told him. We haven't told him that. What did I say?
No, he doesn't know that he's going to be walking into Brandon. But no, what did you say? Can you do a work call from the car? Is this 2026? I thought that's what you said.
You got to understand, this dude's driving a 1979 boat, and I don't think it's got Bluetooth.
No, it doesn't. My favorite thing, too, is, God bless Elrick, but he'll send me an Apple's map update of, like, how long he's going to be, and it's never correct. It'll be like, he's going to, it just changed. Look, ML's ETA has changed. He will now arrive at 11:56.
So 6 minutes. We just or gain. I was going to say we lost 6 minutes or gain. I guess depending on your perspective.
So ridiculous. So it is a Solo Detroit. Rate, review, subscribe wherever you get it. Thank you to our sponsors, Luke, the Caju Cafe, and of course, Det City FC, Detroit City, the soccer team. I'm glad Shawn's here. Shawn's been covering the lines. I'm so pumped up for, I'm so excited for the NFL season and college football to start that I was excited to see the new uniform reveal today, which I don't care about uniforms. Are you surprised how many people really care about alternative uniforms and uniforms that pop up?
Well, why wouldn't they? That's like saying you don't care about what color the room you sleep in or eat in or live. You do. Because if it were the wrong, you do. Because if it were the wrong color, it would hurt your head.
Well,
if it were black, well, okay, we're in a basement that's got a black ceiling. I guess.
Okay, well, I'm going to diverge from this.
No, but color matters in ways you don't even think about.
No, it doesn't matter to me. I do not care what color my car is, mainly because I'm on the inside of it most of the time.
What about your clothes? What about your hair? What about your beard?
Oh, my beard, as long as it's not gray.
So you do. So you do care. So you do care.
Well, only about my vanity. But like a color of a car, I'm inside the car most of the time. I'm not looking at it. What do I care what color it is?
Sure, but when I think of the Lions, I want my Honolulu blue. I just do.
Thank you.
I don't know what it's about. I don't mind if they add some silver in there, if they add black every once in a while, but I feel like the new rivalry uniforms are kind of dumb.
Have you seen them?
No, I have
You
not,
haven't seen
because
them?
I was
All right, I'll put 'em
trying
up
to
on
get
the
over
screen
here.
Mark has a very good,
There's
good observation.
There's Amon-Ra.
What's the observation?
What do you think those jerseys look like? Is there another team, perhaps?
A high school team.
No, they look like the Carolina Panthers.
Yes.
A little bit, except for
No,
the
a lot of
except
bits.
for the helmets.
The helmet sucks.
The
dude.
shoulder pads look like the Carolina Panthers,
But this is-
with the stripes. Yeah, they do.
But this is where we're at because we don't have anything else to talk about with football other than injuries, which you wrote a really good column about how the Lions are not cursed at Freak.com.
Yeah, thanks to Jeff Daniels
Oh, that was
and Peyton Manning.
that's so
Of
silly.
course,
I mean, I like,
of course
I like
that's
silly,
silliness. Of course, it's silliness. Embrace the silly.
But is that? I mean, okay. So when you write about the Lions right now, is it hard to find stuff to write about? Because I'm a diehard football fan. I love it. I rarely watch preseason because I think it's garbage.
It wasn't for me because I was with the Tigers. We had somebody. The person that normally covers the Tigers for us left the newspaper. Talented young guy.
Name?
Anthony, excuse me, no, not Anthony, Evan Petzold.
Oh yeah,
I always go because Anthony left too. He was also he
dropping like flies over
actually
there.
wrote a book. Anthony wrote a digital book about his experience and had some controversies in it. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah.
well, I want to know about that.
Yeah, check it out. No. So Evan left, and me and Jeff Seidel and other columnists in the paper have been kind of not splitting. He's done a lot more, but sharing a little bit of the road duties. So normally I'd be at training camp, but I wasn't. I was out west.
Yeah.
That's why I was not on the show for a little bit.
But you have, but since then you've been writing about the Lions, and I'm just trying to think.
No,
it's
I got to get
what-
back and went to
what-
Pittsburgh. Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you for reading.
I just look, Dick. I just looked at everything you've done recently. It's all Lion stuff.
I did read it, Shawn. It was great.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. No,
Well, I guess that answers.
No, so yes,
that
normally,
answers my question. There's nothing to talk about.
Normally, by this time of the month, in August, absolutely, you'd be like, "Oh my God, do we have to do another Lions column?"
Yeah, but it does well though, right?
To a point, it does the first week, 2 weeks, and we okay. Here's the thing. That's a good question. We noticed last year. For the first time in the Holmes Campbell area or era, or should I say Campbell Holmes? I guess who's more important? That's
Campbell.
Okay,
because he's more visually fun.
That's what I figured. That's why I flipped him there. The numbers, therefore, the interest was waning just a little bit last camp.
Yeah.
And we feel it, see it a little bit this camp too.
The interest is waning
in the camp,
Really?
not in the regular season, because there's not quite as much anticipation. I mean, there is, but there were, after the NFC title game, then you go 15-2, you lose to Washington, then you don't make the playoffs, right? So it just kind of.
Is that just because Lions fans are eternally pessimistic?
No, I think it's the nature of sports fans. There's nothing like, other than a championship and a parade, what is better in sports than a young team on a come up? You can only be that for so long, and then there's the expectations change. It's not as fun, right? It's like the Tigers a couple of years ago when they made that run.
We've said that's always about sports. Is always about what you expect the team to do. It's
Which is
expectations. If they suck and then they're mediocre, you're like, all right.
Which is why sometimes a recruiting story will do better than a game story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What is your takeaway from a lot of the pundits, a lot of the big wigs and the ESPNs and various other sources that are claiming that the Lions are the favorites this year? I mean,
great question, Elrick.
Thank you.
Nice.
That's
nice.
not Elrick standing.
Well, you actually have a real beard, so
I appreciate that.
yeah.
Wait, are you saying I don't, or
No,
is that a knock on
you
Elrick?
of course
Oh,
you do. It's stylishly cut. I like the way it's
and died.
and dyed because you don't care about color.
I'm just surprised.
Only for my vanity. I've admitted that.
I am really surprised, though, that when I go online and I see the Mike Florios and the Schefters, and they're reporting that most of these experts feel like the Lions, this is their year. I didn't know that. I wasn't expecting it until they just kind of dropped these rankings, these preseason rankings. And there's always going to be fanfare with the beginning of the season. We went 0-16, and we were still pumped the next year. But now we have these high expectations, which is rare for a Detroit fan. And I don't know. Do you agree with them, Shawn?
I do. They're really talented. They got some question marks. The offensive line is an issue. That's kind of what set them back last year. Some injuries on defense too. Obviously,
It's always injuries.
They lost They lost their safeties, and they got to prove. They need to show that they can get to the quarterback a little bit more.
Well, they showed that in the last preseason game,
Yeah,
which once again I did not watch. I did watch. But
they've got a promising young guy from your school.
Yeah, Derek Moore.
Derek Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Who's played really well in camp. He had a little bit of a setback with a groin injury, but he looked good. No, look, it's preseason. Take it with a grain of salt. But the roster, they have a lot of talent.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question. So they have some questions too.
Would you rather write about a team that has high expectations or very little expectations?
Well, high expectations.
Really? Because misery loves company. Or do you find the misery when there's high expectations?
Are you watching the Tigers right now? When did you check out?
No, I checked out about probably after that White Sox series.
There
they
you
got
go.
Swept.
There you go. I mean,
Yeah. No, but I'd rather talk about them when they suck.
But for how long?
You know
But for
that's
how-
true. You know that's true when things are supposed to be good and they're going bad.
That's the key.
That's when
But
people
if
want to
they're-
read.
If they're bad and you thought they were going to be bad, you don't pay attention. So
Fair.
I would much rather have somebody cover a team that has expectations. And then if they win, hey, that's great for readership or viewership, listenership, whatever. If they lose and they're supposed to win, same thing.
So is that interest waning in the Tigers? Do you see that in the numbers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed it.
But doesn't that happen every year around the time when football starts? People just
no,
if they're mediocre. People start gravitating.
No,
really?
no.
Okay.
And look, it's a little skewed for us because we're a newspaper, and our audience, the age of our audience, naturally skews towards baseball. They
Yeah.
love baseball.
It's still their national pastime.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
There's a guy upstairs who
No, it's not.
fits that demographic perfectly.
It is.
Can
for
we
a
stop
certain
calling
age
it? Can we stop calling it the national pastime? It is a regional sport.
Ask Drew.
Just
He'll,
like
he'll tell you it's
basketball
the
and
national
hockey.
pastime, right?
Yeah.
In his heart, it's the national pastime.
Yeah, there's a lot of
'cause
people
he
over a
played it.
certain age where that is their sport, no matter what. It's only been the last 30 years that
More or less.
NFL has really taken over.
Yeah, I guess you're right because I can tell you right now, my dad watches every single inning of every single Tigers game. Every single inning.
Think about when you were a kid. I mean,
love it.
Are you old enough?
I will sit and talk 80s and 90s baseball all day long.
Are you old enough that when you were a young kid that a lot of the biggest sports stars in the country were baseball players?
100%.
Yeah.
And
they were-
most cities
Because they were white.
most cities had a
I'm just saying.
no, I remember going to Tiger Stadium. I wanted to see the White Sox because of Frank Thomas.
Let me
Yeah.
take it back. They're white
or
and black. They
Seattle
weren't-
because of Ken Griffey.
Yeah, but
Right?
now you have the biggest stars don't speak English because they're Japanese or they're
No,
Dominican.
but what you meant was they were American born. Is that what you meant?
Yes, yeah.
Because the biggest stars in the 70s,
boy,
80s, and 90s were white and black.
I'm going
Right?
really.
It was a mix. Barry Bonds.
I feel like
Ken
I'm
Griffey.
targeting myself
yeah.
to being
Derek,
racist
I mean,
here.
Derek Jeter came a little later.
Greg Maddox.
But what
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
what I mean
yeah.
by because they're
Chipper
American
Jones was
born,
on that team.
when they're American born, Chipper Jones talking about Mr. All America, right? They're a little more relatable, so they get more sponsorship, so they are everywhere. But when I was a kid, the big thing that drove baseball fandom was baseball cards.
Yeah.
Was trading and collecting. Now you have social media, and
This is interesting for us. We have always thought into the last few years that at least for the Detroit Free Press and probably similar for the Detroit News because the demographics are a little bit different politically, but the ages are very similar and the interests are very similar in terms of sports. But anyway, we always thought that the second most popular team for us, for our readership behind the Detroit Lions,
Tigers?
I guess I don't need to say Detroit, was Michigan football.
oh, really?
Yeah, and the numbers kind of sort of but now that we can measure everything, it's by far the Tigers.
I mean,
By far.
oh, I'm not surprised by that because when you talk about Michigan or inversely Michigan State, you have half the readership's not going to really care.
But it's not half, is it? I mean,
Okay, a third maybe?
I can say this without Elrick here now. It's of the folks that live in the state that didn't go to either school.
Mhm.
What's the breakdown? Michigan to Michigan State.
Oh, probably
fandom.
80-20 maybe?
Probably, or 70-30 at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no,
Okay.
there are more Spartan alums in the state than Michigan alums, I would bet.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
In
I mean,
fact,
I hear from every single one of them, so yeah, I would agree with that.
yeah. And
Very loud.
you're not going to make a joke about how MSU grads are not capable of moving to California or New York or
We'll never know.
or going back to New York. Is that what
Man, no, I refuse to stoop to this level. My daughter all the time will troll me about going to Michigan State, and I go, you know what? I hope you do. It is a very good academic school. Just don't ever expect me to root for any of their teams?
Yes, you will.
Or go to
You'll
go to
the
campus.
games.
Yes,
No,
you will.
You will go to the
yes,
games.
you'll go to the
Bullshit.
games, and you'll put the T-shirt on about how you're a proud dad. of a-
Bullshit.
And you'll stand.
I think
up,
you guys
you'll
know me-
stand up and jump up and down with your man boobs jiggling, and you will be in heaven.
Hey,
You should get one of those custom jerseys, half state, half Michigan.
I think you guys know me well enough. I would proudly wear Michigan's.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you'd have a bro underneath it.
a man's
here. Because I need one.
Stop undressing me with your eyes, man. What the fuck?
Can I ask a quick question going back to
Please,
baseball for a
save
second?
us, Elrick.
I'm curious because we were talking about the 90s baseball. That was when it was my heyday. I came in there at 7 years old, and I watched baseball through the 90s, loved it, but they had that massive strike. And of course, the home run steroid era brought baseball back. But we're now at a point where they are thinking about striking in the future due to the collective bargaining agreement, due to some of these massive contracts and the salary cap. Do you expect to see a MLB lockout? And would it be great for you to write about?
I mean, for a bit, but then it would get old. I don't understand why baseball. I mean, look, the owners, they want a salary cap. I mean, especially the non-New York Yankee, New York or Los Angeles Dodger owners, right? Name your big market, pick your big market, because it's not fair, I guess, in theory, that you get to spend more based on where you live.
How socialist.
It would like the NFL. Don't you love the NFL for that?
Well, I mean,
everybody has a chance, man.
I find it very funny that the least socialist sporting league in the world is over in Europe, where they have more socialist type safety nets and programs. And then here, our sports leagues are very socialist.
Especially
everybody shares the money
in
in the king of capitalism in the United States.
It's so true.
It's just backwards. It's weird.
It is.
And people always talk about, we'll use the Dodger example. You're right. They get Skubal. They'll probably be in the lead to sign him again. I don't think that would be a big surprise. And people think it's ruining baseball. I don't know if it's ruining baseball, because the Premier League seems to succeed even though 5 teams win it pretty much every year.
And don't they romanticize, too, the idea that you can move up, you can get relegated, and you can come back and all that? Wouldn't that be wild if that were here?
That will never happen here. I wish it would. Wouldn't that be great if AAA teams could move up to the Major League Baseball?
That's totally true.
And maybe Erie could go on a run.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're
awesome.
You're watching Ohtani come to the plate in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
It
awesome?
wouldn't be the Dodgers, though. It'd be like the Colorado Rockies. See ya. And then,
You're right.
Exactly.
But because it's never, it's never Liverpool doesn't get regulated. Man United doesn't.
No, for sure. No, that's fun. But to answer your question real quick, Brandon, yeah, it'd be fun to cover for a minute. But what I don't get is baseball seems to me that making a tiny bit of a comeback. And I sense that among, this is anecdotal, my kids and their friends and young people.
But isn't
Not
that
only
because
that,
the Tigers are good?
Partly, and Skubal was a presence that drew a lot of young people. But also the postseason numbers are showing a little bit of an uptick. And look, the games are.
Wait, time out. What do you mean by that? You mean the TV ratings?
The TV ratings.
Well, it's not going to go down to 0.
No. But it's actually been a little bit better the last couple of years. Partly because there's been some really.
It's gone so far down.
There's been compelling baseball, but I think they just figured out.
Plus
we don't need to play 3.5 hours for a game, right? The pitch clock has really helped.
Great point, because that has brought me back to the game. Because Brandon, I will complain about baseball a lot. I do love the sport, but I couldn't sit and watch a game for 3.5 hours.
No.
Plus, it was all walks, strikeouts, and home runs. And I like the field gems.
You remember Kevin Costner and Bull Durham saying, basically saying you got to pitch to contact because strikeouts are fascist. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let the ball, but put the ball, let it get put in play and spread it around.
I think the other thing that helps TV ratings is you have a team like the Los Angeles Dodgers,
Yeah.
In the league.
Right, but and that's the thing is people are angry that the Dodgers are buying their team, and they say that's bad for baseball. But in a way, it's kind of good for baseball. And what I mean by that, sure, we're upset that the Dodgers have won recently, but I take great joy in seeing the New York Yankees spend the most money every year and then losing. And
the Mets, right? I mean, the Mets spent a ton of money, and they're terrible. Who would have thought 20 2 years ago that the Yankees wouldn't be as dominant as, I mean, they were on a roll through the 90s and the early 2000s.
I mean, you know how we are.
It moves. It changes.
It does. You know how we. Plus, we love the story. We love it when the hero and the villain are often the same person, right? I mean, and in baseball, the Yankees, when they had that run in the 90s, I mean, they were great for ratings. But like to your point too, Brandon, it's also fun when they fall off. We say we hate dynasties, but the truth is the numbers bear out that we love them.
Yeah,
because they're good for ratings.
We like to root against the Patriots. We like to. I do. You know what's funny? I just watched, which, oh boy, don't judge me, but I watched the documentary on the Connecticut Huskies women's basketball team, it's on Apple.
I'll bet it's good.
It's really fucking good.
Well, you like documentaries too.
Well, it's really good because Gino Auriemma I find to be very fascinating because it's like, why does this dude want to coach women? Like
did I see a story the other day about how he really got into Paige Beckers?
He did
in the documentary, like was
not that way, Brandon, but he did.
Harsh. Oh yeah, that's right.
He really they butted heads like big time because Paige Beckers, man, really interesting person to me. Carries herself like a guy. I mean, she's a lesbian, which whatever. Take that for
Hey,
carries herself like a guy, talks like a guy. Beautiful, right? And so it's weird when you see that and you expect her because she carries herself like a guy and how she talks to be this really vocal, loud leader, like, get to the fucking ball. And she's not. She's a sweetheart. She's a really nice lady. And that's where they butted heads because Gino's like, you got to be tough. You can't just lead by saying, I love you. Sometimes you have to tell somebody you fucked up.
When you're as talented as she is. By the way, she had a great answer a few weeks ago when, I don't know if it was somebody within the WNBA asking questions to some of their star players. If you could trade places with one person for a day, who would it be? Her answer?
Caitlin Clark?
No.
Who?
Tom Holland.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, do you know why?
Because she wants to nail Zendaya.
Yeah. And then she smiled, and then she smiled at the camera and turned away and walked away.
Oh,
isn't that a
pretty likable?
It was really
pretty
fun.
likable answer.
It was a great answer.
I guess I want to be Scooter Braun then.
Exactly. Yeah, precisely. I mean, that's not a bad answer.
No, I thought that was an awesome answer, and she got this sheepish grin on her face and then turned away and walked away from the camera.
Oh, that's funny. She also talked in the documentary about Ozzie Fudd, who she was dating when they, the two superstars at UConn, they were dating, and how, I mean, basically they locked eyes. When they were like,
could you imagine?
We're getting it on. No, what could I imagine? What
Jordan and Pippen just going at it?
No, it is weird.
You know who'd be on top in that relationship?
The two
though,
best
don't you?
players.
You mean control wise or physically? Like literally on.
It'd be
top?
Jordan.
Why?
I mean.
Because he's the goat.
Because
isn't Pippen larger?
Goats pitch. Goats don't catch.
I forgot the reason I brought up the UConn documentary. Oh, I know why I brought it up. Because they were a dynasty.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
What sex, what gender, whatever. The dynamics are the same, aren't they? They are.
Yes.
The power play dynamics are the same.
Yeah. I mean, who you want to... No,
exactly.
It just adds an interesting element to the sport.
It is very, very weird. I think people cannot get their head around that with the WNBA, that a lot of these players date each other. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. But, I mean, does that affect the product?
It's not weird anymore, though. It's just...
Oh, I mean,
it's just kind of where we're at.
I've accepted a long time ago. That product is not for me. I love basketball, but it's just not the kind of basketball I want to watch.
They've gotten so skilled in the last few years, and Caitlin Clark's a huge part of that, right? It's...
Well, you know what?
Step back threes.
And
it's fun to watch.
They shoot themselves in the foot with the way they handle everything. I mean, the whole transgender Enes Kanter thing, I think, is ridiculous because there are no transgender players in the league. It is a straw man argument.
It is a troll.
It's dumb, and they have handled it terribly.
Mm-hmm.
Players have handled it terribly, and the league has handled it terribly. They should just act like this isn't an issue and focus on what we're doing.
The idea of Pippen and Jordan.
Oh my God! Get your head out of the gutter. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Elrick.
It's not the gutter. It's just but
what?
What do you want?
This is not Bill Cartwright.
I was gonna say, you want Horace Grant and B.J. Armstrong instead?
No. No, I want a Will Purdue and
Bill Cartwright.
And Bill Cartwright. Were they on the same team? Who was the center for their second run with the big Aussie center they had? I can't remember his name.
Oh, I was gonna say Kukoc. It's not Kukoc.
No. Anyway, I don't know. It's just B.J. Armstrong.
Local product, B.J. Armstrong.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's move along. Oh! Look who's here. What do you know? That's perfect timing.
Guys, I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, the geeks have inherited the earth.
Did I do that?
What a dork.
Does him wanting to play with us again mean that he's turning into a geek, or we're turning into cool guys?
Hello there.
Good evening,
What's going on?
boys and girls across the United States and in Canada.
Did we surprise you?
That you guys are moving forward without leadership? Yes, that surprised me. I'm shocked to see the authority and the initiative that was taken.
The man in your seat was just
He was
talking-
fantastic.
He was great. He was just talking about the pairing of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
Dating.
As you know, and
Maybe I should leave again.
kind of like Paige Beckers and
Ozzy Fudd.
Ozzy Fudd.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy Fudd's pretty good looking.
Yeah, so you made it. You well, they both are. Paige is beautiful.
I only know Ozzy because I saw all these pictures when she got drafted. They put a lot of glamour pictures out there,
Yeah.
which
You all right?
They didn't. It's been a busy morning.
Oh, I know. I was worried about you.
He was worried about you. He talked
I
about
thought
that at the
something
top of the
happened.
show.
Oh no,
I thought you were injured.
And he wondered why you couldn't do a work call in the car. And then Brandon said, no, he drives a 1979 boat, and there's probably not
No
Bluetooth
Bluetooth.
in it.
Actually, it does have Bluetooth, but
Which was really funny.
but I had it was a very important interview. I had a lot of notes.
That's what Shawn said. You probably had to take notes while doing it.
I hate to tell people this because I think it'll make them not want to read my next column, but it involves some apparent violations of the Detroit City Code in the way that the Board of Ethics is treated by other members of the administration, which is important because the city's top lawyer, as our colleague at the
Conrad
Free
Mallett,
Press, Violet Economova, has been documenting, appears to have a serious conflict of interest. And the way the city resolves who has a conflict of interest is they rely on opinions from the law department, which Conrad Mallett runs. So we're now in a situation where the Board of Ethics is relying on the law department to tell them whether their boss may have violated the city's ethics rules.
Isn't he also on an economic, not the downtown economic?
Yeah, the Detroit Economic Growth Corp, which is involved in
which didn't
tax
they
credits
give
and things like
Didn't
that.
they give a big tax break to a company that he sat on the board of?
Yeah, but he says he was unaware of all that stuff. He stayed out of it. He
seems
basically stayed in the dark, and that this went on without his knowledge, and so on and so forth, which I guess also makes you wonder, well, wow, if we give you a really nice salary, but you can't do that job because you're getting a nice payment from somebody else, which is your master, the board that you serve on, or the city of Detroit? So we're working through some of those questions, and I had a critical phone call I could not ignore, and because I'm having to refer to Detroit City Code, I can't sit and say, well, in 208 sub-Roman 3, small a, period 1, doesn't it say that you shall? And when you say shall, it's different than may, and so on and so forth. So,
Yeah, that sounds like a fun phone call.
Yeah, no, super fun. Did we just go from like the real world to PBS?
I will tell you it makes meeting up with you guys seem attractive.
Well, while you get settled in,
People will read
I guess-
what you are talking about. Just promise them that editing will be involved, and they'll be fine.
I kind of was hoping to get here late enough that Shawn would have left already, but it turns out he was late too, so I kind of was hoisted on my own
well, that was the
petard.
other part. I don't know if I said that other part of the story because I didn't know where you were either. And after you gave the thumbs up, I'm like, well, are you coming in? You're like, I'm outside. You're allowed to come into the house. What are you doing?
I was waiting for my friend and
But you didn't want to wait.
colleague. Yeah,
that's
And
all
then-
right.
And then when I realized it was going to be a little longer, I thought, well, I'll just come in.
Well, while you get settled in, let me talk about Pinnacle Wealth Strategies. They can help
yeah.
you navigate the complex world of retirement planning. You'll work for a few decades, then you'll be retired for a couple of decades. So if you're not putting in the time to create that retirement pile of cash that you need, somebody should. So Zach and Luke, they have printouts and stuff like real professionals. Are you confused by all the financial acronyms and jargon like SPX, DJI, LIMRA, BOAI, TLT, and Fed? How many of those do you know, Shawn?
All of them.
Yeah, right. They can explain it so it illustrates who can barely count to 10 like Jim Bentley can understand. They make it simple for you so you know where your money's going and how much it's making. So call or text Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 because when you call Luke,
He'll make it all about you.
Hey, look, you're paying attention. That's pretty good.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc. Member FINRA-SIPC.
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc. is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent.
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc.
Well, I guess I was going to make Elrick the Geek of the Week for being late, but
seems
based
good.
on your report,
You
maybe-
did play. He played the music when you walked in.
For
So
Geek of the
what's-
Week, yeah.
What's your Geek of the Week?
No, it's Elrick, or it's Conrad Mallett.
Oh, well, seems a little hasty to render a verdict on Mallet already. That's going to
Nope,
play
I already
out.
did.
Oh, okay, there you go. Mine was going to be the quarterback, number 5. Can we say number 5?
Oh, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. Have you seen
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the
how the
memes
other
are
sports teams are trolling where they're like, we beat the other team by 4 because we couldn't do 5 because Jaden Daniels owns it. And
Yeah. Or there was I think the Twins put up one of their players that says he wears number 5 until until there's a cease and desist, I think is what it said. And then the countdown for 5 days till college football was would have been yesterday. And so this one site that
Wait,
tweets
we're that
about-
close?
Yeah, Saturday, baby.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
is it
Am I a degenerate?
Notre
'Cause-
Dame and somebody in Dublin?
No, it's TCU in North Carolina, and I'm
Oh.
pumped for it, which I don't care about either of those teams. I'm just excited that it's back.
because the Tigers fell off, and now you're really.
You know what, though, man? College football supersedes it all, though.
Do we know
It
when
does.
Tarek Skubal's going to pitch? Is he going to pitch in Detroit this
Yes, he
weekend?
is going to pitch in Detroit. I can't remember which day. Is
I
it
don't
Friday?
Friday or Saturday. I think
Oh,
it's
please be
Friday.
Saturday.
But
Please be
you want it to be Saturday?
I'm going to be there Saturday.
Oh, all about you.
Oh yeah, we already had the sports segment on the show.
I had
by the
tickets.
way.
I had tickets till
Oh, did we?
Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually wait till we're ready to sign off, and Sean's like, I did need to say something about sports. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm glad I packed a lunch.
Yeah.
Well,
We
you
got it
can
out of the way? Okay.
You can talk about DCFC. if
Well,
you're
I was
prepared.
going to because if you were with me on Saturday, you saw an amazing game with the first place Tampa Bay Rowdies. LaRouge beat them 1-0. It was a chippy game, went right down to the wire. It was one of those spectacular nights where the weather's perfect, the sky's clear, the trains are going by in the background, and LaRouge is taking it to the first place team like only they can. They said they were rowdy. They sure as hell were rowdy. But Carlos Herrera got his 9th clean sheet. Shawn, for those of you guys who don't know about sports, that's a shutout. That's what
I figured that was. Fix your glasses, by the way, please.
they are fixed. This is
There you go.
I
There you
I
go.
keep 'em
There-
cro-
oh, much better. Much better.
I keep them crooked intentionally, make me less attractive to women, and Ozzy Fudd, who's not interested in me.
Sean, you're so fastidious.
DCFC now in second place, so that's a big deal. They're going to be playing Louisville City, or was it Louisville?
Louisville. Like all.
Louisville City on Saturday at Lynn Family Stadium, which is in Louisville. So you will not be able to watch them in person, but
Well, you can if you drive.
Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
Okay. Do you go through Missouri to get there?
Not usually.
Is it Kentucky?
Yeah, not usually.
Okay.
You can go through Ohio to get there if you want.
Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, so if you go through Ohio to get to Louisville, you can watch Louisville play Louisville City FC. Second place for LaRouge. They're moving up. There's 10 games left in the regular season, and they will be back at Keyworth soon, so please keep up with them. And if you want to get in cheap, go to debtcityfc.com, not SeatGeek. You got to go to debtcityfc.com and use promo code SOUL, SOUL, to get 15% off your tickets. And I hope to see you there.
There's an all-night party in room 7609. And you can dance together all night if you've got the time.
So did you guys talk at all about Soul Night?
We did not. No.
What a great time we had with all the soulmates who came out. Did a little feather bowling with Don. Probably shouldn't say this, but we
You
went
won.
to an extra frame and dramatic victory for the home team. So
Yeah,
it
I
was-
remember the drama.
If he won, would you have mentioned it?
might not even
No,
mention
we
feather
didn't
bowling.
mention it. Thank you, soulmates, but we try to look forward here, not backward.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, I was trying to introduce you to some people,
see
and
you
you
next
wouldn't,
August.
and you wouldn't look backwards to greet them. Sean's like, who are these regular people? I don't really need to talk to them.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah. Mitch Albom walked by. Sean just kept talking, just even paying attention.
That sounds like me.
Just rescued a kitten. He was, he's always saving shit. Sean just couldn't be bothered. But everybody else was great to see you. Hopefully, you got some of that cool swag and got to enjoy a great show. Smiths United played. We got off. The weather was great, and I said to Chris, who was the lead singer, who you heard on the show last week, I said, "Man, the weather's pretty good." He goes, "No way, 10 o'clock, it's supposed to storm." I was like, "Oh crap!" But the storm never
think it ever stormed,
quite
did
got
it?
there.
Yeah.
No, the weather was beautiful. We were hanging out at Muscle Beach, and then at the Garage Bar at the Caju. So thanks to everybody who came out. Thanks for being a soulmate. We will try and do this every summer. Have a special experience where we get to mix and mingle, and we give you some signature swag and take you to a great place for some great music. And to be a soulmate, you only have to spend $5 a month to join our Patreon supporters group. Shawn was there. It was great because he'd been on the road, so it's kind of a big deal to make a trip like that when all you've been doing is humping from airport to airport. Erica was there wearing her fantastic Soul of Detroit gear. Marc was there as well, and
Come on, say something positive.
he was there on time. That was great, so that was important. So
He was also wearing his fantastic
He was.
Soul of Detroit gear.
yeah, but Marc always looks good. That's
He's very handsome.
yeah. I mean,
Except for my boobs, right?
Well, I have them too.
Oh, so you're allowed to?
Now I wish I hadn't said anything, but yeah, we had a great time, and the Caju, there's always great music there. Monday night is Muscle Madness. That's all you can eat mussels. They got karaoke. They have open jams if you want to get up there with Chris Kurzawa and play some just. Last time I was there, they were playing some terrific soul, and a woman came up with the trumpet and started playing. I'm like, okay, I usually don't see that at an open mic night where somebody comes and plays a trumpet. But go to cajucafe.com to find out what's going on. Kitchen's open late, food's great, the weather's great. Take advantage of this summer weather before it's gone. That's at the Caju Cafe, and they make room 769 possible. And we're trying to play some catch up on people who have sent us submissions where they think the live version of a tune is better than the studio version. Sometimes it's a cover band, sometimes it's a band performing their own music live. Well, Todd, who's one of our music files, in fact, I don't think he could make Soul Night because I think he went to go see Iggy Pop, which was
Comerica,
That's
right?
a pretty good show, yeah. So that's a tough choice, but you kind of no way to go wrong. But he says, I would say this version is better than the studio version, but the studio version doesn't exist. He's referring to Al Jorgensen and Ministry playing America. He says it was live at Clutch Cargo's January 10th, 1982. It was so long ago, Al Jorgensen was still pretending he was British.
Riding in on his horse, he is coming to the town. He has the town of your choice. Of course, he will shoot him up, bang him up, blow him up. He will get rid of the bad. He is protecting all the things Americans have had home. America, home of the free. 4th of July, apple pie home. We won the war. What war was that? It doesn't matter, 'cause we won it anyway. He won World War II, and he did it single-handed. Yes, he did it for the likes of me and you. But once he did it and realized the Japanese were our allies, he was living half-truths while America is living lies. America, home of the free. working gentry. Yes, there are so many things in this great, great big nation. You can get in on all the destruction of what? All the creation. America, home of the free. Most of July, apple pie, ho! We won the war. What war was that? It doesn't matter, 'cause we won it anyway. Thank you, Detroit. Good night.
Doesn't sound like Ministry.
That's, well, because Ministry sounds different every time they play. It's thank you, Detroit. Good night. That's what I wanted to say at the end of the Smiths United show, but they said, get the hell off.
The end of that song sounded like there were like 5 people at that show.
Can you imagine?
Like the clapping? I mean, let me see if I can catch it here.
Who was the engineer on that? 1982. That thing sounds clear as a bell at Clutch Cargoes. It's fantastic.
I just want to hear the crowd clap again.
Thank you, Detroit. Good night.
Probably because everybody in everybody in the mosh pit was unconscious. They'd been pounding themselves into submission for the previous 2 hours, and were not.
Did they have mosh pits in 1982? Did they have mosh pits?
Oh my God!
I mean, I don't know. I was 6.
Yeah, no. In fact, I think it was at St. Andrews. I chipped one of my teeth in a mosh pit for
in 1982.
In the early 80s?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it would have been like 1986, 1987, something like that. Mosh pits were big back then.
Really? Okay.
Crowd surfing, all that shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. It could get very violent in there because
who'd you see that you chipped your tooth to?
Could have been anybody.
How'd you really chip your tooth?
I may have chipped my tooth dancing to the Lime Giants in my living room in East Lansing. I can't remember, but that mosh pits were a big deal, and you had to be careful because there were some people who just got in there and wanted to bounce around. That was fine, you know. And then there were other people who would kind of sit along the periphery and they'd want to throw punches at people, like hit you in the kidneys, or they'd want to take a free shot. It usually tended to be kind of twerpy people who only thought they could inflict some punishment if you weren't watching or you were otherwise occupied. But on a couple occasions, one time was when Michigan State beat Indiana to go to the Rose Bowl in 1987, I think it was. And another time was in the mosh pit at St. Andrews. I was wearing inappropriate footwear, let's put it that way, and one of my shoes came off. And when you go down to try and grab your shoe, all you see are knees, and then you think, is this how it ends?
And now mosh pits are all woke.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's just people.
Now you have artists stopping shows if someone's hurt.
That's right. It's just I respect your space.
Unless you're Travis Scott. Then people die, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Oh, you don't know that? Astro World story? There you go. There's a whole documentary on it, Shawn.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's evidence. He's got an earpiece where he can talk, like they can talk to him, and they're like, people are getting trampled, people are getting hurt, and he just kept going on with the show.
Oh, damn.
People died, and it was a poor setup. It's a really well done documentary with good evidence that, he should have been at fault for the Astro World debacle where people died.
And is that why he got fired by Dunder Mifflin?
Who? Travis Scott?
Wasn't he the boss?
That's Michael Scott.
Oh.
His brother.
No relation?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Well, that's good. I would hate for anybody to suffer through guilt by association. Yeah, I think they tried to tell the Who that people were getting crushed in 1982 in Cincinnati, but Pete Townshend's been deaf since like 1974. So
Yeah.
I couldn't hear.
But didn't that happen before the show started?
Yeah, there was some weird thing there. That was the big.
I thought they didn't really even know. Maybe they shouldn't have performed if people were dying and getting crushed. Yeah, I think that probably would have been a good idea. But
And you may know this as a football fan, Mark, but the Hillsborough investigation.
Sheffield Wednesday, right?
I don't know. I think was Liverpool involved? Something like 92 fans died in some sort of incident in the stands.
Yeah, because they had
a fence
box
collapsed
seats were box. If we're thinking about the same one, there's been a few soccer ones where people have gotten trampled, but the one I'm thinking of had. The box seats had the metal railings, so people were getting stuck in there because you just didn't have the mobility to get around seats or whatever.
Yeah, that was it, and there was some big investigation. Yeah,
that's a wild 30 for 30 ESPN put out. That broke that all down.
Yeah, very, very.
Another documentary show.
Anyways, long live the mosh pit, and what a great find. I mean, that's a great tune. I can't believe they didn't record that, and I can't believe the person who did record it 44 years ago. Got such a clean tape out of it.
That's must have been from the board.
That's fantastic. Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about it. It's always good to have these engineering insiders here. We have some more catching up to do. Tom has got some. We have a couple other folks who have suggested better live versions and studio versions. We'll keep doing them as long as you keep sending them. Please try and send us a story. Tom's got a story with his. We'll get to that in a future episode, but we love to hear from you at mlsolvedetroit@gmail.com. This is the portion of the show where we thank our new donors. Okay, we're done with that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but that's okay. We picked up a new soulmate, and somebody made a one-time donation a couple of weeks ago, which is great. Keeps us going. If you would like to join the soulmates, just go to our Patreon homepage. You can look for ML Solve Detroit, or we have a link on our website, which is mlsolvedetroit.com. For as little as $5 a month, you get to watch the show. You get the show before anybody else. You get to avoid all those annoying insertion ads, and you get opportunities to come out, meet with us, and have some fun like we did on Friday. And if you missed it, don't feel bad. Just make plans to be there next summer. As for the Smiths Unite, if you want to see them and you missed them, they will be playing the Wednesday before Thanksgiving at their annual Thanksgiving is Murder show at the Magic Bag in Ferndale. I'm telling you, folks, when those tickets go on sale, get them right away because they go fast. And they will have a couple special guests, always outstanding cover bands. They've had a Susie and the Banshee cover band play with them before, Cult cover band, Cure cover band, the Cars cover band is really good, and a couple other groups that come out there with them. The Clash cover band, Echo and the Bunny cover band played for them with them before. Always a great night, and always hope to see you out and about. We do have a little bit of feedback I want to address. Rob, or Bob, writes, Mike, very familiar, Bob, please talk about the specific incident and the media blackout on your podcast. I want to know how something so unbelievably horrific with immediate access to raw video is not immediately A1 and A block on every outlet, and Mayor Sheffield not forced to address this publicly. 100+ million views this weekend of a Friday night Detroit liquor store surveillance video footage of an execution of a random innocent 57-year-old woman, yet practically zero local media coverage. The killer was a 15-year-old boy. Why is this the only local outlet with details? Oh, why is the only local outlet with details some tiny crime blog?
In fairness, Fox 2 did do the story this weekend.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get to the Free Press in a minute. Who was this boy's guardian after his mother died? Where did he get a gun? Was he enrolled in school? The only justification for this is to what? Bury inner city violent crime during election season? Bury the realities of Detroit in favor of the rah-rah comeback narrative? And he cites a link to the Metro Detroit Times.
Won't those answers come out?
Metro Detroit News.
Nobody even really knew who he was till he got caught, much less his background and who took over for him. I mean, you tell me. I mean, because it's all over the Free Press and the news now. I mean, it's a huge story now.
Yeah,
and I took that as, well, it's Monday.
Well, so I don't know who the Metro Detroit News is, but apparently they have a story on this that Bob references, and apparently there's a viral surveillance clip, which is
awful.
on X. Apparently the Daily Louds feed. My X has been hacked. I can't unlock it. Elon Musk is the devil. So what can I tell you? But if you read the Free Press this morning like I did, there was a full story by Darcy Moran that talked about what happened and some other incidents that happened this weekend. So sometimes when Friday night crime happens, it takes us a while to catch up. We're not as nimble as we used to be. Mainly, and Bob, I don't want to take a shot at you here, but if you're a subscriber, you have nothing to apologize for. If you're not a subscriber and you're complaining why local media doesn't have every story that interests you, I would say the answer is you. Because, people think shit's free. Well, it's not. We need to pay reporters and we need to pay editors and we need to do all that stuff. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber, frankly, don't bitch about what you're not seeing in the paper. You're getting a lot of shit for free. That's pretty good. If you want everything, you're going to have to put a couple of coins in the fountain. TV does a pretty good job of covering breaking news, mainly because they live for breaking news. You're not going to get the in-depth story. You're not going to get an expose of a potential conflict of interest, including one of the most powerful people in Detroit city government, from TV news. You're going to get it from the Free Press, and you've been getting great coverage on that and other issues from the Free Press, including some extensive coverage of the shooting up north.
That's what the newspapers do really well, is they can go deep into a story because you have plenty of space when it's online, as opposed to TV where it's a finite amount.
Well, we also have reporters whose job is to get to the bottom of stories, not to turn 2 and 3 stories a day. And I've been in both roles, so I'm not criticizing my TV colleagues.
How does it work? How does it work on the weekend? Is somebody there? Because this was online and social media, this was a massive story. And, the news, the Fox 2 News did have it on TV. I mean, is there not someone there who could shoot out a column that just says, hey, this is what happened, or no? I mean, I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we do have people who work more or less around the clock on the web, but in terms of this particular story, I don't know. I just can't answer. I was at Soul Night, so I wasn't even thinking about this, and then Saturday I was recovering from Soul Night, but and then going to DCFC. So I kind of had a bit of a news blackout this weekend, but let me tell you how TV works. When I was at Channel 4, I had to work a Friday night shift. It was a little unusual for a special projects reporter to pull a Friday night shift, but my turn came up. They needed some help, so I did it. Usually, you're the only reporter. So they need a story for the 11 o'clock, so you try and tee up a story beforehand, like, hey, I think I can meet with these people and do this and do that. And they're like, okay, great. I didn't have anything. And I said, so what do we do? And I'm thinking, they're going to come to me at 11 o'clock whether I have a story or not. And I'm going to look like an idiot if I'm just like, hey, the Powerball winner is number 75. And they said, just get in the truck and drive around. Someone's going to get shot, and we'll send you there. And that's literally how they did it. Drive around. Some shit's going to happen. If you're close to it, you'll get there first. If you're not, you'll catch up. And they had another photographer, the incomparable Vic Skelly, who was out that night, a real road dog, and somebody sure enough got shot at John R. just off of 6 Mile, and Vic was out there first with the video, and then we caught up, and then we put together a package, and we were live at 11 with the latest shooting in the city of Detroit. It was breaking news. It was worth doing. But, sometimes you want to deliver a little bit more news with a little bit more context than just somebody else got shot in the city of Detroit, which sadly still happens a lot. So no effort to cover it up, Bob. We're low on resources. You can help us with that. We do get to the stories. this story is in a prominent place in the Free Press today with a lot of detail. And we do have a reporter who's been breaking stories for the last 2 weeks out of Cadillac on that horrific murder-suicide. And it turns out the guy who did the killing also has a crazy-ass dad who may have tried to, let's just say did some horrible stuff to this killer's mother. So I haven't seen on any of the local stations on the Detroit Metro News or whatever the hell this is, or the X feed from some sensational news source that won't tell you what's really going on. They just want to have you watch some horrific video because they're jackals. So yeah, I guess we didn't have that on Friday, but I think we got it now. We have a lot more that you can find at freep.com. So take a look. Sorry we don't have everything. We got some great shit. Shawn's written about half of it because people love his stuff and he's everywhere. So we got that.
Bravo.
Sorry, Bob.
It's all good.
Wish we had
Any
it
other
all.
feedback?
Bob just sent me another. He says, "You're a dick." Damn it.
That was from Sean.
Bob's quick.
No, that wasn't for me.
Oh, no, okay. So,
I like Mike's shirt.
What's so interesting on your phone?
The text.
Yeah.
Care to share?
Sean's like, "I've been here for an hour. It's time to go."
It is.
And I'm just like, "I just got here. Let's keep going." It's fun to be with you guys, but I think we probably should let Marc get ready for the big show. Shawn, where were you? You're going to, or you came from a press conference this morning?
I'm going to, yeah.
Can you tell us about it? Is it big news?
I talked about it earlier a little bit.
Okay, never mind.
About
I'll listen to the show. I like to listen to the show afterwards.
About a gal who's
you should try it.
singing the national anthem.
That was not on the air. You did not talk about that on the air.
Oh,
that was off the
air.
I'm
conflating. I'm working on a piece about we thought about talking about that and then
I wrote it down. We just never got to it, which is fine. It's a good problem.
Kind of like Lake America. Exactly.
The Lake of America.
Yeah, by the way,
Lake America. That's right.
Lake America.
We're at war.
It's not Holmes anymore. It's Hams.
We're at war with a country that we really have a problem with and have had a problem with for almost 50 years. Who thought it'd be a good idea to start a war with a country that's been our friend for like 200 years? I don't get that. And I'm not just saying it because hockey sticks are going up, although that sucks.
Everything's going up now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just silly. So about Anthem Woman.
Oh, yeah. She's a singer who is trying to break into the business and is singing the national anthem at every Major League Baseball park, and has already done 24 of them and will be at Comerica Park this weekend. So I'm just about, young people trying to promote yourselves, the way you can do it, how different that is. And yeah.
Are you going to write about how maybe the anthem shouldn't be played?
That's a good question.
I think I'm in a minority here, but I've always
I probably
don't know why.
Unless it's a band, unless it's a pep band, a college pep band, because they're very quick.
Unless it's a big event, right? Now, that being
like
said,
the Super Bowl.
But I gotta say, now I'm going to be very hypocritical here. I love a flyover, and you don't have a flyover without the anthem. And I love the flyovers at Michigan Stadium. I just do. I don't know. Flyovers are cool. I could watch a flyover all the time. I don't know. Maybe just before football games and big hockey games and big basketball games.
Okay.
And big baseball games. But every baseball game,
try and work that in. Shawn.
Nobody stands there with their hand on their heart.
I do.
A lot of teams don't even come out in the NBA or WNBA.
And then
a mess.
Later,
you got the damn communists kneeling down.
So we got the anthem.
Hate America.
We got Tiger stuff, and then later in the week, I'm going to meet with Coach Kyle Whittingham, Michigan's football coach, about his. And we're going to talk about him riding his Harley.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
He rides a Harley all over Ann Arbor. Yeah.
Oh.
He's a big outdoorsman.
Yeah, he is.
He left ski too, which I'm like, oh man, you left Utah, and where are you going to ski here? Mount Holly, Pine Knob, Mount Brighton. Yeah.
See,
I don't think it's the same as Park City.
No,
you can get a little further north, Marc, but yeah, it ain't the same.
Not when he's got recruits to go after. Sorry. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
By the way, I did see the coverage of. I'm sorry, I'm making it longer, but I saw the coverage of Michigan had their big. Oh, did you go to the big press conference? New food.
I did not.
Thing?
I heard about it. Yeah.
But what's funny is a lot of people post the new in-stadium ads are up, and it's the same picture.
Yeah.
It's the same picture that was released last week, and it's so minimally. It's just so small. I thought it was going to be around the whole border.
Like a minor league baseball park.
But it's not. It's just in both end zones, and I don't even know if it's on the scoreboard yet.
I don't.
I think it's on at least the south scoreboard.
Won't be able to see it much yet.
But I was just like, this. How can anybody be mad at it? This is just the new world. I don't know.
Were you disappointed that Mike Duggan's not going to be the president?
Not one bit.
Really?
No, I like this lady they hired, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. I was kind of surprised.
Why would I be
to see.
disappointed?
Well, I mean,
I don't want Duggan around
he's a
there.
very successful executive and dyed-in-the-wool Michigan guy. He's a Michigan man to the core.
Sure. But I kind of want a president who is free of controversy, especially at Michigan right now.
What's the controversy with Duggan?
Oh, there's plenty.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, he for folks who missed it, it came out last week. We had this one, Bobby, that he's going to work for a law firm downtown as a kind of a rainmaker, an advisor, and that sort of thing. And his spokesperson put the press release out, and I sent back a note that just said, a lobbyist.
Mm-hmm.
And I got back a note that said, not a lobbyist. But
I mean, what else do former politicos do?
Well, I think a lot of people thought, with running for governor, running a university, running a health system, there's so many big jobs out there that just going to work for a local law firm as kind of a, advisor was like, boy, all that possibility and all those exciting gigs. And that's the one you came up with.
Oh, that's an easy one.
But you don't always get to choose. Maybe you didn't get the ones you wanted.
Right, Shawn?
It's there.
Right.
So we'll see. But I think it's probably good he's sticking around Detroit. Maybe not the last we've heard of Mike Duggan. But that's the news, folks. Sorry I was late. Special thanks to Brandon for bringing us through.
Playing the role of Elrick.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It was fun.
He's kind of better looking. I'm glad that.
No, you're pretty. You're pretty damn
that.
good looking. You're pretty
That's not
sexy.
crazy.
Yeah, you're pretty
that
sexy.
Brandon's an attractive
You're
man.
pretty sexy.
You guys need to put him front and center. It should be the Brandon
Does have a strong beard game.
show. He's a man of many talents. But we'll get into that in a future episode. So thanks to Luke and Pinnacle Wealth Strategies for sponsoring us for the Caju Cafe, cajucafe.com to find out what's going on. And, of course, DCFC. Hope to see you at Keyworth. In the meantime, get your tickets cheap, debtcityfc.com, promo code SOUL. And until next week, when I hope I don't get a phone call just as I'm getting in the car, unless it's really important, we turn to Cyrus to take us out.
Can you dig that? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Marie Wilson, the star of Burma, Kathy Lewis is Jay.
The Soul of Detroit is created and produced by M.L. Elrick and Marc Fellauer.